Hey guys, so I know that it's been a while since I recorded a video, but it's currently friends and family right now at my local department store, Lord & Taylor. So I had planned to get a couple of things, and then I had wanted to wait till Lord & Taylor was almost over just so I could show you guys what I got. And the friends and family, it's almost over on Sunday, so I figured that I would just share with you all what I got. And then I did get a couple of things from Sephora, and I did also get some things from MAC as well. So the first thing that I got is this. This is from the Laura Mercier counter, and what it basically is, it's a little binder basically, and you can travel with your makeup in it. So it opens up like this, and so then on one side you have these little cases here that you can take out. So in this one, it has like a 3-pan here that you can fit like your eyeshadows and your blushes and whatnot. And then in this one, it has a 6-pan, and you can just like basically fit, you know, more things in it. So that's what the 6-pan looks like. And then what's really cool about this is that it's magnetic, so it's not like it's, you know, a sticky back. So they're very secure and safe in here, so your makeup isn't going to get destroyed if you go on the plane. And then here you have a little spot for, you know, any makeup brushes that you may use. And then when you flip that over, you have 2 more pouches. You have a small one that you can fit like, you know, eyeliners and lip liners and whatnot, and then you have a bigger one where you can fit like, you know, a makeup primer or like a primer for like your eyes or foundation or what have you. I'd much rather just carry something that's just looks just a bit more sleek and just a bit more organized. So that's what I got from Laura. And then the last 2 things that I got is this lip gloss. It's called Camellia. That's what it looks like there. I'm actually wearing it on my lips right now, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a really nice, pretty spring, summer, hot pink. That's what it looks like right there. I think it's like absolutely pretty. It's my favorite color. I've been literally putting this on every single day. Really. And then the other thing that I got from the Laura Mercier counter is this caviar stick, and it's in turquoise. And I don't know why, but I've been on like such a green kick lately. I think it's so pretty for spring and like so spring appropriate. So I got that. And then I got this fingernail polish from Dior in number 545 Psychedelic Orange. That's what it looks like there. I'm not wearing it on my nails today. I picked something else. This is the shellac. I did the CDC in number 5, so it's like that corally pink in case anybody wants to know. So once this wears off, I will probably put this on. So that's what I got from So then that was all of my Lord & Taylor shopping, and then I had gone to MAC because I had wanted an eyeliner suitable for spring. So I was talking to the MAC beauty artist, and she actually recommended this eye coat in Minted. I just put a little on today, but honestly, like, it is so pretty and it's so green. Honestly, this eyeliner is so pretty and so green. I'll have to do a tutorial tomorrow just so I could show it, and I'll probably do that caviar stick that I got too. But I'll swatch a little of that just so you guys can see how green I'm talking about. That's what it looks like right there. And believe it or not, this and that, they look very similar, so you could definitely see that I'm on like a really big kick for, you know, greens and pastels and corals. I just think that they're so pretty and so appropriate for on trend. So definitely can't wait to do some tutorials with this. And then the other thing that I got from MAC was a 109 brush. And the reason why I got it is because I have the 130 already, but I use that to apply my foundation, and then I've been getting into contouring lately, which basically is just forming a little C shape from the temple down underneath the jawbone. Just because I find that whenever I do a bronzer, I tend to just make myself look a little orange, even though I am using just a teensy tiny amount. And I always get like a line of demarcation here, so I'm always taking a sponge and blending it out. So I switched to contouring. So if anybody doesn't know what contouring is, leave a comment in the down bar below, and I will do a video on that explaining in depth what it is, the benefits, and why I think it's better than bronzer. So long story short, I got the 109 brush just because it fits very appropriately in this area where you contour and up in here, and then I just usually do a little T down here just to make everything even and balanced. But happy with this. So the last couple of things that I got recently, I went to Sephora. Mainly reason why I went to Sephora were a couple of things. Number one, I wanted to get some foundation powder and like concealer, just so I can kind of keep in my purse in case I have to do a touch-up when I'm going from like work to somewhere else. So I was talking to the Sephora rep, and believe it or not, she recommended this. And basically this is just the Sephora brand mineral foundation powder, and so when you hear mineral, that always means oil free, which is good because I'm still oily, even though I've been having a really bad dry spell, which I will get into in just a little bit. So the color that she recommended was number 10 Clear Ivory, which is appropriate because I'm very porcelain. So I've been using it the past couple of days versus a liquid foundation, and I really like it. It holds up very well against a primer. When you do your primer though, and you're doing a foundation pressed powder, you have to just really make sure you let your primer dry, because if you put the powder on top of the primer, it'll get very cakey, very chalky, and that's not good. So in terms of coverage, it's fantastic. It's buildable, so you can go once over and you can just double up wherever you need. However, I will say at the end of my workday, I am very oily, and usually here it's worn off quite a bit. So if I am going out, I will have to do a retouch, but then again, I kind of don't mind because that's what I would do. But the one thing that I will say about this, and heads up on this if you guys do decide to get it, this came with a sponge. Now when you hear sponge, you would think that, you know, it would come with like an actual sponge. But basically, I mean, I had threw it out, but this is like the little, you know, part that it came in. It wasn't even a sponge. It had the texture of cardboard and just something else, and it was like hard and scratchy on one side and smooth and velvety on the other. And I mean, I was interested in seeing how it would apply, so I gave it a shot, and it did not turn out well at all. Like, blending was horrible. I mean, I had to keep like going over in places that it didn't really cover, and it was not a sponge. It was a nightmare, really. That's what it was. So I ended up throwing it out. So word of the wise, if you guys do decide to get this, just throw out the sponge. Use a brush. So then the last two things that I got from Sephora is this concealer, and it's from Kors, and I'm actually really surprised, and I'm actually really glad that this was recommended to me, because I can use it for my blemishes and I can use it for my under eye area, which is good. Number two, it's literally like this size, so it's perfect to fit in your purse, and it has quercetin and oak in it. So it's an anti-aging concealer, and basically what quercetin is, it's an ingredient that's 1,000 times more potent than vitamin C, and what vitamin C does for your skin is that it improves clarity, and so it just makes your skin look brighter, which is awesome for me, because when I went to esthetician school, I loved getting vitamin C facials. They were just so relaxing. My skin looked so radiant afterwards. So in terms of the quercetin in this, and in terms of it being a concealer, I think it provides great coverage. I find my face looking way more flawless. I'm not too sure what the oak does and what the benefits that it does on that, so I will look that up and either like post it in my blog or post it in the down bar, so just keep an eye on that. But the shade that I have is number 1, so it's Fair Claire. So this is an awesome concealer. I'm so glad that she recommended it to me. So the last thing that I have is a skincare item, and for some really weird reason, I don't know why, but I've been going through such a dry spell, it's not even funny. Now, I mean, in the wintertime, I would have some dryness, mainly just like on my chin and kind of like around this area, around my mouth, but I found that if I had exfoliated, then that would usually just go away. But with this, my skin, it would literally get so dry here, it was almost painful. And as I was talking with my fellow co-workers, they were all saying, well, I mean, the skin does change every 7 years. So I figured that it was, maybe just a little bit of that, because I've been oily all my life. Like when I was in middle school, high school, everything had to be oil-free. I was using Bare Essentials a lot, oil-free foundation primers, you name it. So this was very odd to me. So, I had asked the Sephora girl what she had recommended, and I had mentioned that I just wanted something to try and didn't really want to break the bank. So she recommended this, and it's the Ultra Repair Cream. So that's what it looks like. And then this honestly has saved my skin. I cannot rant and rave about how good this is. So if any of you guys that are watching and you have very bad dry skin, you need to get this. This is fantastic, and I will tell you why. Reason why it's so good is because it's an intense therapy skin protectant with FAB, I'm not too sure what that means, antioxidant booster. So you're supposed to use it to hydrate dry, parched skin, relieve minor irritation and itching due to eczema and other conditions, for the face and elsewhere. So if you have really bad dry hands, you can use it on your hands. Why not? It's fantastic. So, the features, parabens. So basically parabens, they're, harsh chemicals that can be found in, cosmetics, really bad preservatives, stuff like that. And then, so basically no parabens, harsh chemicals, or colorants. And it's safe for sensitive skin. Now, I don't have sensitive skin. I've just been having a very bad dry spell. And how dry my skin got, I got very flaky, very itchy, not necessarily a burning sensation, but my skin just felt uncomfortable. Very, very, very uncomfortable. So what I do is I cleanse my face, I tone, and then I use the Ultra Beauty, and then I either put a serum underneath it or I will put an oil balancer lotion on top of that, and then my skin has felt so much better. I can't even begin to explain. So what's good about this though is because this is a trial size that I got from Sephora, so it was only like $12. The original size, it's probably about like yay big, and I think it's either like $26 to $28. So as soon as this runs out, I will go and definitely get some more. So the texture of this, it's a very different texture than from what I'm used to. The textures of my moisturizers have always been very light just because they've been oil-free because of my oily skin. But now that I'm going through this dry spell, you really want your moisturizer to kind of have some sort of a body to it, hence the hydration of the moisturizer. So the texture of it was a little different, and it took like a day or two to get used to. But honestly, it's worth it. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. I swear, I'm so happy with it. And with all that said and done, that brings an end to my little friends and family Sephora and MAC haul. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are having fun, whatever it is you're doing, if you're on spring break or whatever. So yeah, have a great day, have a great night for those in the nighttime, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye!